Here's one bad habit that makes you less connected, less interesting, and less effective in your face to face conversations with your friends or your romantic partner. A few Sundays ago, I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and she told me how that on that particular Sunday when she went to church, she observed how that while the sermon was going on, some people were not really paying attention to the preacher. Why? They were immersed in their phones. And then she asked me, why is it difficult for people to just spare 2 hours to pay attention in church and keep their phones aside? After the 2 hours is done in church, you can go back to your phone for as long as you want to. And then I said to her, 2 hours is even a long time. What about having a conversation for just 20 minutes straight with a friend without having to be distracted by your phones? And she thought for a second.
Hmm, that's true.
And I'm saying to you now that that is true. What's true? The fact that that piece of device in your hand with which you're using to watch this video right now often distracts you from attentively engaging in conversations with your friends. And well, you might say,
Well, I pay attention to my friends even when I'm handling my phone. I listen to them. I can multitask. While I'm pressing my phone, I hear what they say and I still speak.
well, that works, but not all the time. The reality of it is that you only get to listen to fragments of the conversation you're having with that your friend who is present with you in the moment. And that's because your mind is primarily focused on what you're doing with your phone. So your friend at that time is seen as a secondary audience. How would you feel if you're trying to engage your friend in a very serious and personal conversation and they are just on their phone? And 5 minutes into your conversation with them, they are still on their phone giving you gestures and comments that shows that they are not really connected and attentive to you and your conversation with them. Now imagine what other people, your friend, your romantic partner gets to feel when they're trying to connect to you in a conversation and you're just being immersed in your phone, not paying so much attention to what they're saying. I'll agree with us that not every conversation requires so much depth of attention. I might be busy doing something with my phone and you're also busy doing something with your phone, but you just wanted to drop a comment or relate an issue to me, and we could both be doing our things with our phones and while we're just throwing our comments and still engaging in the conversation. But there are certain kinds of conversation that requires deeper level of attentiveness, it requires focus, it requires better listening and attentiveness, and your phone might just be a huge distraction that is stealing away a precious moment of good connected conversation with your friend. So when you seem to be more focused on your phone than on a friend who is trying to communicate to you in that moment within that space that you're in face to face, the message you send across to that your friend is that they are not so important. Whatever they are saying is less important. It doesn't really matter. You make them feel like you are just trying to cope with their gist or pay attention to them. So here's what you can do to curtail that habit. One, when your friend meets you and tells you, hey Solomon, I want to have a talk with you, I want us to discuss about something, just know that it calls for a moment where your phone should not be a distraction. Your phones, both of you, shouldn't be a distraction. Secondly, you might be handling your phone, maybe you're doing something or doing your business online, then a friend is engaging with you in a conversation. Once you notice that that friend is not holding his or her own phone, and the conversation seems to be growing from being less serious to something more serious, something that demands more attention. What you can simply do as a polite person that you are is to keep your phone aside and just pay attention for that few minutes that your friend will be talking with you. And thirdly, if it happens that what you're doing with your phone requires your attention, more of your attention in that moment, maybe you're engaging with a business conversation, you need to sort out something with your phone in that particular moment, and your friend comes to you trying to create a conversation, what you can simply do is to excuse yourself politely. You can say to your friend, hey, buddy, please, I just have something I need to finish up with my phone right now. I will get back to you as soon as I'm done. Simple as that. And that other person would get the message and wouldn't feel less treated or wouldn't feel inferior to your phone. So putting your mobile phone aside while having personal conversation with a friend or a group of friends is a way to show respect. You respect that person, you respect the person's presence, you respect the person's words and the idea or the issue the person is trying to communicate to you about. you respect the friendship, you respect the atmosphere. If this is a habit that you feel you need to work on, you can just type yes, I agree in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.